Okay, welcome back. In these examples, now we already make this button in previous exercise. So and then what are we going to do is if you go to the my modeling things, there's a small, you can see the small car. So this model and this model is imported, get from website, which is called this CG trader. So if you log in, you can have some kind of pre-version of, or the customized version of like 3D modeling. So you can have a lot of different forms. So I often use this one if I wanted to use the very simple and free version of the 3D modeling. So use this website. Anyway, so in this example, so I just the download for the car. And I want to make this car is show and hide, all right, in relation to this button. So what I'm going to do is I just drag down into my car in here, okay, and then I just positioning somewhere around, okay, somewhere around. I just a little bit make it floating because I wanted to make this one just continuous spinning around something. All right, and then in order to make some kind of interaction or spinning kind of things, my static mesh here also need have some blueprint. So click that and go to detail and press this blueprint to add a script, and then you can go to the my select the destination to save. I'm gonna save this one too. Use blueprint inside of my blueprint. I'm gonna type my contents underbar car, okay, and then create. Okay, so this is my blueprint for car. And then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna adding the spinning first. So if you guys remember that we use rotating moving component. So just the click is add component and the rotating moving component, and then you can change this number like 30, 20 of the jet direction. So jet direction is the like this direction. If you say that 20 is they rotate based on this vertical line, is blue line of the axis. Okay, so at the moment, once you're adding your rotate move component and compile it and press the button, and you can see nothing happened at the moment because we didn't take one single things with it. So just escape and go back to your my contents car blueprint and click that. And if you go up there is a transform, there is some mobility options. So if you press the statics, they're going to be static itself, so not moving around. So if you wanted to make this one's moving around, or to rotate, you need to check this option, movable. Click, yep, and then compile that. Now if you press the play button, now you can see this car is moving around. Okay, so if you go back to the my contents car and select the move component. If you change this angle value, so you can see also different value being translated. So for example, if I press 30 for y direction and compile that, look at this, my car is moving like very strange things. Okay, it's up to you to use this angle. I'm gonna do the escape and select the movement components. I'm gonna make this one is 0. Okay, and compile that. So now what next things we need to do is we need to make some kind of functionality to show and hide of this car. Okay. And I hopefully you guys remember that, but if you don't remember, just to follow this one. If you look at the left side of the panel, you can see there is a function. So we're going to create our own custom function to make our object show and hide. So if you wanted to hide your car, basically what we need to do is select the setting meshes. If you're scrolling down there is a rendering. You can make this one invisible by clicking this one. Yep, these options, rendering and visible, and click on and off. So this one is actually to make your car appear and disappear. So we can make this one. We can use this function, this property to make this content ready, and then we can use this button. Use the button actually trigger that function for this car and the show and hide. So, oops. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so just to leave this one is on, and then click the event graph, and there is a function, and click, and now you can have your own function. So I just title my show hide. So anything at the moment you can see on the name with my is I just customize myself, build myself. Okay, and once you build this function, any kind of function, that function is already part of your the blue object. So you can referencing your name of the object, and then you can access this the functionality from outside of this blueprint. So we can have a look at things. Okay, now show and hide. And if you did exercise, we use the set visibility to show and hide our light in exercise long time ago, and then we can use that function, set visibility. Okay, or we can use toggle visibility. Let's use the toggle visibility. Okay, toggle visibility. So instead of this one, I'm going to use the toggle visibility. Okay. So toggle visibility is, toggle means it's like a switch, lighting switch on your wall, on your home, in your home. So it's like a on and off. So if I give the on signal, and when it's turned off, and it becomes the turn on, and stay that state, and then vice versa with the off signal as well. So compile that. This is part. It's already become the part of this. This function is become part of this blueprint component, this object. Okay, this vector. So now next the things we need to do is just first of all, I just save all just in case I don't want to lose anything. And then if you play, and then still we can see this one, but I don't want to show my car in the beginning. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my car contents, and then go to the event in the beginning, in the event begin play, which is the we start this this game or interaction, your application. I wanted to hide my car. Okay, I want to hide my car first, and then I wanted to use my function for show and hide. Okay, so compile that now. If you run, we can't see the car now, and then press the button, nothing happened because we didn't connect this button and my contents as well. Okay, good. So next step is I'm going to delete this one. Okay, because we're going to use the same button to connecting a lot of different elements. So like I showed the text, play the video, play the music, and show the content. So I need to create a lot of different buttons, but I don't want to make every button from scratch. So I can use this one as template for my button. Okay, so if you click that, and you can see in the first one is create the child blueprint class. Okay, so that means I'm going to use this one as my template as a parent, and then I want to add in a little bit more functionality in there after that. Okay, so I'm going to click this one, the create child blueprint, and then I'm going to say 0, 1, but instead of 0, 1, I just show car. Okay, this is show car. So, and then if you mouse over, and then you can see the parents information. So parents class is blah blah blah. Okay, you can see the parents class. So in the third row on top. Okay, so I just click that. Yep, the title and path and the cooking path, and then parents class, blah blah blah. Okay, so anyway, that's not important. But if you wanted to check that which one is parents, you can do something like this. Okay, so and then we can double click this one. That's exactly same. It's from this my button 00. Okay, and then if you look at inside, nothing C, and then you can see here is inherited. So inherited means everything I have in this my original button, they have this kind of functionality already there. So big difference between this one and my showcase one is if I go to the original one, there is nothing inherited, but if you go to there is inherited. Okay, these two things is being inherited from my parent, like a template from my button 00. Okay, so now what I wanted to do is I wanted to add new variable. Okay, create my new variable, and then I want to make some targets. So which means with what kind of element or actor I want influence or making the connection with this button. So and then you can turn off visibility. So do you remember the public and private? So if you look at this, I open is public, and this time change the variable type. Click to change the variable type, and type my contents car. Okay, so every time you created some kind of actor, the Unreal Engine already register your actors, and then you can easily find some object type. So this one is become actor is become object type, and if you type this name, and then you can select this object type and click as reference. Okay, click as reference and compile. Yep, my car type, compile, enable, everything is ready. Okay, and then what I want to do is drag this one to here. Okay, get. And then go back to there and click my button. And then I wanted to combine mouse interaction with on click. Okay, on click and to one click. And then we already make this target audience here. Okay, on click, target. So target is my car, my contents car. And if you click, okay, if you drag, and then you can type this show and hide. So if you type the show and hide, you can see the function we made inside of my car content. So select the my function, the show hide one, and click that. We can see this is show and hide. Things we need to do is connecting this click event to here. Okay, that's all we need to do. And then compile it. Yep, compile it. And go back to the stage. Okay. So now we had the button here, show and how. I just drag this one in on the stage. And once you drag that, you can see on the detail panel, there's some kind of default and target. So this target is public variables, so which we create inside of this in here, target. And then we need to make the connection between this one and this one. So way you can do is you can choose some of the elements, or you can use this exploit and pick actor, click the exploit and move your mouse, and then you can just exploit, select the element you want to hide. Okay, but you have to be the same object type. Okay, this is my contents car type. Yes. All right, so and then play, you can at the moment you can see the nothing, but if I press that button, we can see my car is disappear, and if I press it again, it's going to disappear. Okay. All right, that's not so difficult, I think, I believe. Okay, good. So now next video we're going to make this contents car more reusable, same as we did with my button. And then this video I can show you how we can add sound, the mouse click sound, and display the text. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next video.